So here's another question I get asked quite often. How do I send or fill out this notice to creditors? How do I let people know that there is an estate open for a deceased party? And if this estate owes you money, here is how you let it be known. What's going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins, the Life in Transitions Experts podcast host, here with another topic that hopefully is helpful to you if you find yourself going through the probate process in North Carolina. So let's jump right in. Just real quick, if you're not sure what probate is, it's the legal process for settling the affairs and the estate of a deceased party. If someone passes away with assets in their names or debt in their name, there has to be a legal way for that to be handled, coordinated, settled. You can't just go into a bank, unless there's certain legal instruments put in place, but you can't just go into a bank and say, hey, my uncle passed away. He said right here in this will that I hold in my hand that I can get $5,000 or half of what's left in there. There has to be a legal process that enforces or makes the will legally valid and then allows you to do that. If there isn't a will, there still has to be a legal process that allows someone to legally act as the fiduciary, the person responsible for the estate. And one of those important things is making sure that the debt and claims are settled on the estate. And so one way of doing that is once you actually go in and you actually open up probate, whether as an administrator, because there isn't a will in place, or there aren't any executors who stepped up based on the will, or if there is a will in place, you're known as the executor. Sometimes executrix is a gendered name, but that's kind of been fading away, and executor has been the more gender neutral used term. At any rate, both of those, executor, executrix, administrator, are often referred to as the personal representative. And so notice to creditors, after you have filed the will or opened up probate as an administration or a actual testamentary of the person's last will and testament, meaning they have a will, you have to let folks know. And the way you do it in Durham County, North Carolina, is you actually will contact at least one of these, just only one newspaper, and let them know that what you're sending. But you'll have to have some specific information. So you'll contact the newspaper. We're going to give you two that we use quite often, and you'll share the letter of testamentary or the letter of administration, whichever you received. You probably can just email them a copy. Email is usually the best method, in fact, so they can get back in touch with you. You also want to email the death certificate, because the death certificate is going to have everything that they need up there. Oh, I should actually add that as a bonus. Matter of fact, I want to put that in because that's so important. All right, had to put it in there. So share your death certificate, because then they're going to be able to take all the information they need and put it there. Oh, now I need to change the lines because I'll do that later. Anyways, so two publications that you can use if you're in Durham, North Carolina, the area, is the Herald Sun. There's the information there. You can email legals@heraldsun.com. 919-828-4500 extension 2 is the phone number. 919-828-4500 extension 2. But that's legals@heraldsun.com. LEGALS at Herald HERALD Sun SUN.com COM. Or you can use the Carolinian, and you can email ads ADS@caro.news NEWS. So ADS@caro.news. Or you can give them a call at 919-834-5558, and you speak to Cynthia or Adria. And their address is 1504 New Bern Avenue in Raleigh, North Carolina. Now, the notice to creditors must be published once a week for 4 consecutive weeks. It's usually around $125 to $225, depending on the publication and the time of information that needs to be included in there. Now, the personal representative, once you have sent notice of creditors in, must have a notarized affidavit provided and signed by the newspaper. And you must have a notice to creditors that is signed by you. That's the AOC E307 form. And it looks a little bit like this. Pretty simple, basic affidavit for notice of creditors. And you'll fill that out and you'll sign that. All right. You must keep this open for 90 days at the first run. and you're going to respond to the claims by the priority list. And go back and check out the link in the article, or check out my blog where it goes over claims by priority, claims, who gets their money first. And also, just a bonus, make sure you are actually negotiating each claim. Quite often people will settle for less, creditors will settle for less, some will even write it off. Make sure you do that. I know I helped a family member get rid of a $228,000 claim on his mother's estate. And so it helps to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm not a financial advisor or an attorney, but I just want to share through my experience what I've seen happen, what I've helped people do as well. So make sure you check that out. Definitely check out us at Estate Pro Service if you're interested in any type of support. We would love to help you, point you in the right direction, help you navigate the probate process. And if there's property or stuff that's involved, definitely can help you with that, help come up with some caring solutions to some of those challenges and needs you might have. Courtney Rollins, Estate Pro Service, rising tides lifts all sails. Cheers.